I'll be drunk by the time I get this done because I keep sipping it to start again. Anyway, cheers and cheerio to 2020, I say. The last 12 months have been completely weird and worrying worldwide. Well said. And it's quite surprising how quickly it affected us and swept through and changed our lives completely. So I sincerely hope that everybody in the YouTubes and Googled world is safe and sound and has coped and gotten through this. There's still some places that are still dealing with COVID-19 or Corona. So thoughts for those people. For me this year, coronavirus or COVID-19 hasn't been my health issue or something that I've been too focused on or worried about. I have had my own pressing matters, personal health issues arise that I've had to work through and deal with as the year has progressed. Two different things I've never expected to happen, but anyway. We've dealt with them and they're behind us for now. Okay, but anyway, let's talk about why I'm sitting here today having a good old chat to you lot in the YouTube's world there. I've put this together last minute to basically take a look at what the fuck happened in 2020 on Flip My Ride or at Flip My Ride.
What the fudge happened in 2020?
Yes, I think that's going to become a regular segment every year at Christmas. Sounds good to me. So let's talk the channel itself in general.
Channel stats.
This time last year when I did my last Christmas video, we had about 95 to 100 subs or subscribers. This Christmas we're at 775, which is tremendous in comparison. Probably a little slower than I had hoped for. Some channels really explode. I'm not really sure why we haven't. The content is great, I think. They're edited well, the videos. Then the last couple have been shit, to be honest. But they're not boring and people aren't repeating themselves and just droning on. I think, so yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm lacking something in my titles or keywords or whatever it is. But it's a whole other universe when you've got a channel and you're looking at all the stats. The channel overall has had we're 200 hours shy of 4,000 hours viewed. That's pretty good too, but we tend to stay stagnant, and that's something that I want to really address in the new year. I want to try and come up with something that helps sort of fire a rocket up its arse and get it a little more moving forward and faster. Funny, my P1 channel, yes I do have a P1 driving school channel that I haven't touched for nearly a year. One video there has gone viral and it's hit 155,000 views at the time of this video. So like it's getting 1,000 views a day. That's the kind of shit I want on Flip My Ride. I'd love that. It'd be so motivating. If you've got any ideas or, you know, my thumbnail's okay, I don't know, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Always comment if you can. Constructive, not smart ass.
Projects.
I've been racking my brains, you know, thinking I haven't really done much this year. Individual projects, 3 in total, but we've done a few other things. I raced a car this year for the first time. I took the school car up to Mount Cotton Hill climb. I mean, I've driven tracks before, but this is the first time I was let loose in my own car to go for it. So that was just before COVID locked everything down. That was quite fun. My heart's pumping. We looked at going to auction with the Peugeot. We had a meeting here. I had a guy from Grays Online come out and have a chat to me and look through the Peugeot. We had plans in place to take that to the classic car auctions they have monthly there. That didn't eventuate because of dear old COVID-19. So I ended up having to do some photographs. I took the car out on a beautiful late afternoon and did a photo shoot with her. She was beautiful and smashing. She just knew how to work it. I got the car basically beginning of October 2019. it's left my house August this year. So the last 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, I was just driving it around whenever I could because it was fun. Update on that too, the new owner in Malaysia. Oh, there's the other thing. I don't think I've done much this year. I sold a car internationally to some guy over in Malaysia who saw my videos on YouTube. Profit-wise out of the Peugeot, doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a profit. Okay, better than the Money Pit Suzuki, that was last year. The Peugeot cost me $3 to buy, and in total it was a little over $2,500 in monetary cost to get it finished. If you look at my own personal time, well, I wouldn't have made a penny, but that's not why I do it. It's to play with cars. It's a good excuse. And I made a bit of money out of it. Then during that sale, COVID really hit hard and everything went into lockdown. My particular industry, they closed all testing for your license. So no one wanted lessons. So we were allowed to work, but no one wanted to do lessons. So literally overnight, in one day, we dropped from, I do 30 hours a week roughly, to almost zero. Last year I was talking about doing the Volvo as a future project, but I sort of kept putting it off. Well, this was the catalyst to get my finger out of my ass. It's a horrible expression, but anyway, and get the job done. So in a matter of days, I managed to get the pedals removed. We did a full detail, inside and outside. I did repair some issues. We had an engine mount and a transmission mount broken that we had to fix and replace. The radiator fan in the front had gone for a second time in a year, so I had to get that installed. So we put together a 3-part series on that particular car, took the school wrap off it, the livery for the business, and yeah, and sort of smashed that one out really quick, and it sold really quick. Engine mount. That is not fun. Oh no. That car owed me a lot of money over the years of use, and I did lose money overall if I look at the bigger picture, but what I'm talking about here is what it gave me back in the end to continue living and doing more projects. The car, I owed $4,500 on the actual lease, and I sold it for $7,500, I think, thereabouts. So again, I had $3,000 come back into my account just before moving on and selling the Pug for that $7,500. So profit-wise, probably realistically still at $2,500, but cash flow-wise, I'd bump back up to $10,500. Remember, I do all this out of my own back pocket, no support, no sponsorship, not a great viewing audience. It's really the love of it and the videos I use as a means of helping sell the projects. The last major thing that's happened this year has been the Ningy Nugget. I can't believe it's already 6 months, literally this weekend, that I've had this. I've got a cousin, mate, cousin, I don't know what you call him, second cousin, Jordan. He was in the original video of this when we picked it up. He's got a 1981-82 first gen 4-wheel drive in the tub, style side we call them, and a shorty. Very rare here in Australia to still see them. And he picked it up for $3,500 bucks. I think it was a little bit less. Toyota. All right, you ready? Really inspired me to go and give it a shot. This thing popped up up at a place called Ningy, towards the north coast, Bribie Island. And speaking to the guy on the phone, you'll see that in the video actually, he generally thought it just had rust up in the door sill here. Which when we went and looked at it, we were all excited, yeah, that's all it is, but I failed to look under the floor. Anyway, $2,000 bucks, can't argue with that. This has been a major project, a lot more than the Peugeot. So the chassis has been redone, but it was just, I don't realise how bad it was till I look at the old footage. Looks okay. It's just surface rust, most of that, I hope. I'm going to try and blast that back. Hello floor. This is basically no rust. So we can see straight through that. So it's done the service, stripped it all back to the chassis, almost bare metal. a couple of good products we found. I've gone and bought a Karcher this year, a nice big water blaster that I've always wanted. I learned how to wet sandblast this year. Discovered the correct ways to do it and not to do it, I guess. And we stripped back that chassis and rust sealed it, something I'd never done before as well.
So yay, success, it's working. It's just taking a little longer than I anticipated. I think it's because my sand is a little too fine and the Karcher is slightly underpowered. So I'm going to address that later down the track.
We did find a tub for it, or a style side tray, we call them, on the Gold Coast, luckily. And I paid for that more than the truck. So this was two. I paid $2,100 for that. The base of it's been rusted and protected, and it's just sitting there waiting now to be sanded and primed and painted. There's a few little dints in it. The last two videos, the whole front has been completely pulled out and replaced. The guy bought the tub off, or the style side tray. He has a white 86 model. This is an 84. Extra cab, original paint, everything's original, in good condition, not fantastic. Anyway, I saw his car up for sale on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. As soon as I saw it, I knew who it belonged to, and he had 20,000 on it. It was like a fairy tale come true, because I had an idea that they'd get to that price. That's why I bought it. But and I went to message him and the ad disappeared. So in less than 2 days, he listed it and it was gone. So he was a good negotiator. I dare say that he got his money. I'm hoping that I'm going to get over 15,000 for this. When I'm done, I'm at about 6.2 now, 6.3. With probably another 4 to 5 to go into it. So I'm looking at 10 grand, and I'm hoping I'll get 15-ish, or maybe even more if I take my time. And I might even drive it around for a little bit and enjoy it. That might be a good idea.
To the future and beyond.
What does 2021 hold? What does the future hold for myself and Flip My Ride? Finish the Ningy Nugget, get my dealer's license, sell my business, retract from that and put more effort into this. Maybe if I sell it and I've got a bit of profit, I might be able to buy myself my own property with a decent shed to move into. That would be something I would love to have happen in 2021. Fingers crossed. Geez, that'd be nice. I've got some ideas for some other things that will piss some purists off. You'll see. I want to do some shit, but it's going to cost me a fair chunk of money, and I've got to have that money to do it and still make something out of it. I've got someone in mind who might be interested in going halves in some old classic cars, like 50s and 60s, old Holdens and Fords in Oz here. The prices are ridiculous, but you still got those people who have a project unfinished that they can't be bothered working on. We just want to buy those projects and literally bolt them together without rebuilding them, get them running and flip them. Something we're looking at doing too. So yeah, lots of interest and interesting things happening. Probably ultimately is the Nugget and business sold and buy a premises. That'd be great. It's going hot now. Oh, I don't like warm beer. Don't know you Poms can drink warm beer. Or do you drink warm beer? Come here. You were in it last year. We'll put you in it again. She hates this. Come up here. Here. Say hello to the camera. Wait, up here. So I'm going to wind it up there, otherwise I'm going to have a shit ton of video to go through. The breeze has just kicked in, the afternoon breeze. My beer is hot, so I better get another one. Before I finish up, I want to wrap up. I do want to thank a number of people, all of you out there who follow me and watch and make a comment. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very, very much. I want to thank my son. He's come on board this year to help me out with the editing. I think from the start of the Ningy Nugget. Around the time the Ningy Nugget, we picked that up. He started doing some videos for me. Mutual, I'm paying him, but it's also helping him out, helping me out. They've had a horrid year in New Zealand. They moved there in January, or he moved there January 1. I don't know when I'm going to see him again. So that's a bit of a worry. But thanks, mate. I appreciate all your work you do for me, and you're working your ass off over there. I'm very proud of you. My daughters, they keep me sane and insane. My mum and my dad, my sisters, just for being there. Who else? All my online buds and fellow YouTubers. I don't have a lot to do with you, but I want to shout out to Dan from Wasabi Cars. Thanks, buddy. Andrew from the UK is a driving instructor mate of mine. Who else? Ben or Woodrigos from the Skid Factory. Thanks, buddy. You're always there for a chat when I can get you. Anybody else, again, who likes, follows and does whatever, thank you. And my doggo and I will wind it up there, and take care, be safe, don't do anything stupid, don't get wrapped up too much in all the tinsel that goes with Christmas. Just be with your family, love and respect each other. Let's take a positive approach into the new year. We'll catch you later. See you in 2021. I do have a couple of videos in the can that will be coming out, so stay tuned for those. 2 more, I think. And in the meantime, I will be trying to work on this old girl. Love yous all. Catch yous later. Ciao for now. All right, there you go. Oh! You want to sip? And visualize. Visualize. We will get there eventually. Pardon me, beer. I just feel like I'm rambling, Oxy.
Yeah, mate, look at that. She's a tough old girl. Don't make it like that anymore.
Today and what I'm doing here. Oxy, get here. Always with the sneaking off. It's hot out there, it's cool in here. Sit down. Sit. I should have had my ears on. Forgot about that. My Santa hat and doggy ears. Oxy, where's your bunny ears?